Hello physical fiends, it is Jordan here with some just announced physical releases. These are games that have recently been announced, they are not releasing this week, and as always I do not do limited game pre-order stuff since they are always covered in Monday's video and there's no point repeating myself, so let's take a look at what's recently been announced. Human Fall Flat is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge because it is a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. This got so many releases on the original Switch, at least it feels like it, and hopefully this is the Master Edition, the ultimate one. It is a popular game, especially with kids and streamers, a bit of physics-based comedy, can't go wrong with that, and it's coming to Nintendo Switch 2 physically on October 23rd, and if you want to order it or any of the games included in this video, then please consider using the links I put down below in the description and pinned comment. Any purchase made via those links helps support me and this channel in the best way possible. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. VGP are a great company with free worldwide shipping on orders over $55 American, plus it is double points weekend over there, meaning all weekend if you purchase something that is in stock, so no pre-orders, but in stock you get double the reward points, meaning you can save even more in the future. It is a good time to make the most of it. I will link all their discounted in-stock items below if you want to peruse that and get some savings. Model Debut 4 is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch on October the 30th apparently. This kind of came out of nowhere. This is one of those Japanese games that seems like it would be shovelware, but actually for the genre, it's really good. If you're looking for a good fashion game experience, this will definitely be one to pick up when it arrives in North America just before Halloween. I am not sure about Europe. Way of the Hunter 2 is releasing physically on PlayStation 5 and Xbox sometime this year, and as you may expect, this is a hunting simulation game currently in early access on PC, but one would assume that the console version, whenever it comes, will be the full version sans any potential DLC packs, which, it will inevitably have because this is 2026. Reviews for the early access version have been good, but not fully smooth, lots of bugs and lack of balance, but if you like hunting, maybe mark this one down. K-pop Rising Dream to Shine. You wait years for one K-pop game to come and then two arrive at almost the same time. We just had one release on the Switch, now we have another, this one being from Microids, so I have slightly less faith in it than P-Cube's effort, but this is more about the rhythm gameplay rather than management, at least at a glance. November the 5th on Switch and PlayStation 5. Hasbro Games Junior Collection. If you ask Hasbro how many times can they release Monopoly on the Switch, they will answer yes, because it's back again for like the, sixth time maybe? This time in its junior version, and with a couple of other games in tow. You get Clue and The Game of Life, which is actually not a bad triple pack all things considered. Can't be too harsh on this. It's developed by Outright Games and you can expect it on November the 6th on Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 and Xbox. The Grinch 2, Saving Christmas. Yeah, The Grinch is back. They sold you the first game twice, and instead of trying to sell it a third time, well, they thought they'd better do a sequel. And this looks to be a 3D platformer this time around, which looks, it made me almost interested, but then I realized I'd rather just play the Grinch game on my Dreamcast. But it is perfectly timed for Christmas, coming September 18th on Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 and Xbox. The Grinch Double Pack. Oh wait, I will take back my previous statement because they are trying to sell you the first game a third time. It is a double pack with the new game and the old game, and the old game is a download code, which makes it extra hilarious. They definitely could not have fit both on one cartridge, no way Jose. September 18th for this one too. Bahamut and the Waqwaq Tree. This may have released physically on Nintendo Switch in Asia like last week, but in North America it's getting a release on PlayStation 5 at retail. Why there is no Switch Western physical? Well, it's probably down to the cost. The publisher doesn't think it's worth it. The game is an exploration game based on Arabic mythology and it looks pretty decent. October 29th for this PS5 release. Abathor Ultimate is releasing on PlayStation 5 in North America on October the 14th. Why is the Ultimate? I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully it means it's like fully complete with updates and stuff like that. It is a 2D action roguelike and it's been around the block somewhat. I feel like we've seen this half a dozen times before. It could just be me though. It's coming in a standard edition as well as an extra edition which includes a small vinyl. Observer System Redux. A quick mention to this, I talked about this proper Nintendo Switch 2 physical release before, but that was just for its European announcement. Thankfully, it has now been announced as a North American physical too, coming October the 30th. Unlike the European physical, this is only the game, no small extra goodies. Alright, let's take a look at some recent import announcements. These are games that so far only have an Asian or Japanese release with English unless otherwise stated, but since there is always time, keep in mind a Western physical could be announced at any point really, even if it is unlikely. Remember, you can order most of these from Play Asia and get 5% off if you click my link and use my discount code Jordan2026, but you must use my link first, otherwise it won't work. I've also linked to VGP2, where applicable. NinNin Heroines. I featured this in a video already. That was when Play Asia had a promo thing going on, and I thought I'd mention this new announcement alongside it, but not everyone will have seen that video, let alone watched all the way to the end where it was brought up. But yeah, another Curate special, and another one that's coming with an English cover first print edition via Play Asia. This time it is a double pack, a 2-in-1 of the NinNin visual novels, which are very much like the Akiba Heroine titles. If you enjoyed those import exclusives, you'll definitely like these as well. Grab the first print edition while you can. It comes with a cover sleeve you normally never see a Switch game being sold with because it is rather risque. Plus you get some art cards with it. September the 3rd for this one. Sunset Hills is coming physically to Nintendo Switch in Japan on November the 12th, and it will play in English. This is a narrative-driven, cozy puzzle adventure game, has a really gorgeous art style, but the game has had a lot of controversy since it was launched incomplete, without being stated by the way. Half of the game was missing and then promised later as DLC, which turned out to be free, but still, you don't want to buy a game and find out that it's not complete. It got a lot of flack, even though I believe it is now complete. It does still feel a bit rushed, which is a shame because it's a lovely looking game. Magical Girl Witch Trial is already out in Japan and Hong Kong. However, recently the developer announced that the game will receive an update to include English. When? That's not currently known, but you can look forward to having this VN in English, which is great news because it is very highly regarded. So many high reviews amongst the VN community. It plays a bit like Danganronpa, so it's not your straight VN if you need some mystery and detective work, courtroom stuff like that. Good stuff. And there we have a bunch of new announcements. What was your favorite in this episode? Let me know in the comments below, alongside your thumbs up. If you want to pre-order any of these titles, please do so with the links down below. I greatly appreciate that, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.